Hey everyone, welcome. Hi Peggy, hi Cordelia, hi Chow. Good to see you guys. Um, so just a little bit of background here. I came across this color matching system scrolling through Instagram and I got really curious about it. So I sent an email to the company, Zolly, and Anna got back to me and I asked if they'd be willing to send me a set so that I could share it with our community. Now, these were developed primarily for fiber arts. So, and a lot of us are actually cross crossed artists. So we do crochet, we do needlepoint, cross stitch, embroidery, quilting, and she's got a lot of color matching systems that coincide with that. But she also had some for Ohuhu markers and some for Prismacolor pencils. And so that got me intrigued to want to really try these. Hi, Pam. Hi, Glow. And I have already the Sarah Renee Clark color cubes, which are a little bit different in that they are most likely based on the color wheel, but they are specific colors, and it's very hard sometimes to match them. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Jana. And so everybody knows that I'm a color wheel user. I'm a firm believer in the use of a color wheel, no matter what, okay? And there's just one of these simple ones has enough that you need to know on color theory to handle this. So here's what this looks like. And I've got these, and I'll show you these in a moment, but let's get them out of the way for a moment and let's look at the deck and the instructions. So it comes with an instruction booklet. And here we've got the hue, which just means the color, right? And there are 18 hues. And then it tells a little bit about value, tells about intensity, tells about color terms, then tells you how to make color palettes with the cards. And it gives you some ideas of some things to start with and how to kind of combine the colors. And then it tells you about the palette types, the complementary, the monochrome, analogous, split complement, triadic, so on. So, good little booklet. Inside the box are these cards, and it starts with this card right here that has all the colors on it. And it tells you how to reset the deck if you want to, so lots of hints. And then you can come through and say I pull an amber card. Which is yellow, right? So it's going to give me the pure intensities, and number 3 is like basically the brightest, and then you're going from dark to light, and then on the other side it's going to give me some complementary colors, monochromatic, analogous, split complementary, and triadic colors. Hi, Susan. So, and it has that for all 18 colors. And it also points out where they are on the color wheel. So see how they're different. So we've got all 18 colors, and each one has these on the back of them. So that's a start, right? Okay, let's set those aside. Next, she has several little challenges to play with here. And make a color palette with all pure intensities, flip it over so it's all tones. What differences do you notice about how the two palettes make you feel? So pretty cool. And other challenges, looking at your piece of art, pick your least favorite color in the deck, make a split complement color palette with it. Does it change how you feel about the color when you see it combined with others? Things like that teach you more about color theory and how to pick colors. And I have a class coming up on Lynn's for a master class coming up on picking colors. So we're not going deeply into that today. Just wanted to take a look at this palette scout and see what it's all about. So one of the challenge, it says to take and make your own kind of color wheel with these. And I did, by the way. So it has a color match guide for Ohuhu markers, but what I found was that the Ohuhu markers were the Oahu's and not the Honolulu's that we normally, most of us have. So I made a color wheel, and I did give this away to my channel members with all of the Ohuhu markers colors on the wheel. So anyway, so let's do that first activity here. Let's make sure I have enough room here on the desk. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick the brightest color of each group. So we're going to go with the amber. I'm going to make a mess of these, I just know it. Let's go with the number 3 buttercup. I'm just going to go ahead and let it be a mess. I'll clean them up later. Let's go with the carrot. Let's go with the daylily. Let's go with the ember. We'll go with the flame. I'm going to try and make this into a color so we can cross match. Who had boo-boos? 2, 3, let's go with garnet. Hibiscus. Ibis. Jewel. Kohlrabi. Lupine. And so see, you've got in the lupine, you've got the dark and the light. Oh, I mixed them all up. Figures. Go with the midnight. And as you look at this midnight, doesn't that look more purple? It does. Let's go with the Neptune. Making a mess, T. You're making a mess. Let's go with the ocean. Here's our lovely teal. Pine. Quetzal. And reed. Okay. Oops, flip that over. So the other side of these, which has a dot on it, are the tomes. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get this into a circle. Let's move these guys. The scream about the world. Sorry, Pam. So they're 18. Let's get these so that they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that should be here, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, did I miss one? I feel like I've missed one. Pine, Quetzal, Ocean, Neptune, Midnight, Lupine, Kohlrabi. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I missed one. Okay, where are ya? There's amber. Ocean. I got pine. I could have sworn there was one more green. Quetzal. Reed. Neptune. Midnight. Kohlrabi. All right, rather than do that, let's look at this card. Now this is very helpful. Amber, buttercup, carrot, ember, or daylily, ember, flame, hibiscus, ibis. Is this jewel? Oh, I missed, nope. Yeah, jewel, kohlrabi, lupine, midnight, Neptune, ocean, pine, quetzal, and reed. No, I have them all. I don't know what my brain is doing. Well, hi, Diane. Why are we doing up at 5 a.m.? I don't know. I don't know. So let's look at somebody in the live chat. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Somebody in the live chat, tell me, pick a color here in this group. And I'll give you a minute. Hi, Jim. I know Pam's favorite color is yellow, but which yellow? Amber, buttercup? Susan picks ibis. Okay, so the hot pink. Well, let's find the ibis in this group. And pick some colors that would go nicely with it. So let's go with the triadic, I think. So we know it's going to be all circle. So these are also coded with either a triangle, a square, or a circle. So a triadic is going to be all circles. So we're going to go with the ibis. This looks like daylily. Nope, that looks like carrot. And ocean. Aren't those lovely together? So what could we add with that? Let's pull the oceans, or let's pull the ibises. I've got a mess here with my cards. I made a mess already. We could do another ibis here if we wanted to, or we could flip it over and do its kind of tone. We could go with this ibis or do its tone, either one. And let's do another ocean, because I like it. Blue on the middle left. Neptune, you mean? Let's pick another ocean. There we've got a lovely color palette based on the little palette idea card. And these are just ideas. And the two oceans and the two ibises and the carrot. And so then if we flip these over, we still have a beautiful color palette. However, it's a much calmer palette. Still works. You like amber, the brightest one best, Pam? Okay. So there's one color palette. And what I like about these is the footprint. We'll keep this palette together. And then we'll do another one with the amber. You try not to mix these up too much. This should be ibis, then jewel. Amber's first, so that helps a lot. And let's do a split complement with that. No, because it uses the ibis and we're busy with the ibis right now. We'll do an analogous. So it looks like we've got quetzal. Right, and then we've got daylily. It might very well be, it's not daylily, it's going to be carrot. So that's your analogous color range. I don't know how I feel about that one. Let's move on to a different. Let's do let's grab, we'll stick with analogous here. But let's grab a different carrot. Where are my carrots? That one. There's that, and there's this, which is more of a tan tone. Okay, let's try the split complement. And now I'm just making a hot mess of these. The split complement, we're going to have, looks like kohlrabi, which we know these are opposite on the color wheel. And let's see, we've got kohlrabi, and then we've got the ibis, of course, which, yes, gorgeous together. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So let's grab a different ibis just to kind of keep these together. We'll do that one. And we could flip this one over and do it that way. We could flip this one over. I'm not crazy about that, but they do go together. All right, so somebody picked Neptune. Let's find the Neptune card. Now I could do any three of the squares. So that's a square and that's a square. And they're gonna go great. Let's see, Daylily, Ember, Flame, Garnet, Ibis, Julie, Neptune, and Neptune, Triadic. That's what I picked out right here. I could also add another square to this, which would be Ember. They would all go. So we've got there our Triadic colors. And if I picked another square from the, let's just grab another Neptune. There, you've got your color palette. If you're going to do 5 colors, too much work for you. Yeah, exactly, Cheryl. So you know what colors to go together. So I am a person who likes this pine right here. And so any triangle that I pick is actually going to be fine with it. Super easy. So that's what I kind of wanted to show you. And I've had not a lot of time to play with these, but I have been, like I said, working on colors. And so if you get the bundle, then you get all these guides. And I didn't even print out all the guides because there's a guide for Aurifil thread, I think. There's a guide for DMC thread. There's a guide for Kona cotton. And there's a guide for a certain kind of yarn. So these are the matching colors that you would use with your Prismacolor pencils. And then there are a few palettes that have been already compiled. So Peggy, they didn't cost me anything because I asked them to send me complimentary. You can check out their website. I did link it down below, and I don't have an affiliate with them or anything. So, you know, I think it's right around the same cost as the color cubes. So these are going to print yourself, and I'm going to put them into a binder. This is their desert, Into the Desert color combination. And so these are just ideas of colors. So my main thing that I'm working towards is matching up inks. And I bet you anything, and I don't have a lot of Catherine Puller inks, but I bet you anything Catherine Puller has an ink to match every single one of these colors. I don't know how many colors she has, but she has a lot. No orange, the other green, that'd be your pick. Yeah, so let's just say, for instance, I've got a few of these out. I'm looking at this. This is the color cube. First of all, these are hexadecimal colors, so there's no way to know what the right color is in your inks or your pencils or your markers unless you've swatched them yourself. So, do I love this color palette together? Not really. I like these three. I don't care for the dark green, but what it does is it basically picks from the photo there. And I always like to say, just because there's a picture of it and the picture looks good doesn't mean it's always going to look good on paper. Oh, thank you, Anne-Marie. Oh yeah, so I do have a goal set there. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to raise funds to go to St. Louis this July. Was it? No, Kansas City for a live craft roulette event. So if I make my goal today, then Mike will go live next Thursday. I was planning on being off. Zolly is a big jigsaw puzzle. It is, but once you get it going, so this color combination I love. I think it's beautiful. Works for anything. Same with this one. Kind of, this one leans a little bit more towards masculine colors. Hi, Linda. Here's a soft palette. So these are good too. I have no issue with any of these other than the footprint, because it's two big old cubes. Perfect together. And these are colors found in nature. Are they based on the color wheel? Most likely pretty close. These, yeah, kind of. So that's the system. And you can use it in any way that, if you decide that this is something for you, any way that makes you happy. So yeah, I do see that once I lay these out, it's a pretty big footprint. But what I have is I have my color wheel that I made. And so, you know, if I'm coloring with the Hoo Hoo markers, then I know which ones to grab to get, you know, my light, medium, and dark, and all in between. Yeah, the floss, it doesn't give ink colors yet, but I'm working on the ink colors myself. And once I have those, I will pass them on to Sarah. So the owner, Sarah, created this for mainly for fiber artists. So, but decided that she might kind of dive into our world. And so I agreed to kind of help dive in. And if nothing else, if you don't pull these, you've got these. And they are going to give you all of those ideas. But again, maybe you don't like this orange. Maybe you might want it more of a brown. Maybe you want all of these to be calmer colors. So you flip them over. Maybe you want the whole range of the Quetzals. Where's the third Quetzal? I lost it somewhere. It's probably in one of my piles. Maybe you want the whole range of the Quetzals. You want all greens, but maybe you want to throw in one other color. So let's find another square if we want to. We could throw in a Neptune. No, I was just thinking that Catherine Puller inks Catherine Puller might have all of these colors, but let's just say, let's grab one of these. I'm going to put these away nicely later. Let's play with these a minute, the ones that I pulled for you guys. If nothing else, if you have a little OCD like me, you'll enjoy putting these back together in the correct way. So, there's the ocean, and here was the amber. Well, this was the ibis that was selected first. And, okay, so inks. What do I have? What do I have the most of? Of course, I have Tim Holtz oxides most. So when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, and I do have a Tim Holtz color wheel, I just need to print it out. When I look at this, I'm thinking picked raspberry, aren't you guys? I think so. When I'm looking at carrot, I'm thinking, I've got all kinds of crap on top of my ink here. Let's see, I'm thinking dried marigold. Let's take a look. No, that's carrot. It seems to be more kind of in a yellow hue. Let's try wild honey. Yep. And then ocean. The darker ocean is going to be probably maybe peacock feathers, maybe. Might have to blend. Pretty close, right? The second ibis is definitely going to be close for me in seedless preserves. And this second ocean is going to be in Salvage Patina. Look at that. So let's blend them and see what we get. You totally sit and sort them with me? Yep. Let me grab a... Now this, friends, is just a, an old stamp that I use. I have a bunch of sticky mats. This just happens to be the one I have on hand. Let me grab a piece of my favorite blending paper. Okay, and I want to put this on something bigger because it doesn't stick to the bottom that well. That should stick fairly well. I just don't want it slippy sliding around while I'm trying to ink blend. Okay, so we'll do a straight across ink blend and then we'll do something different. Yeah, they do work, don't they? Let's see here. Where is my... Okay. We'll start out with the picked raspberry. Now, if it's too light, what do we do to get it darker? We add gray to it. I'm going to get this as dark as possible. Am I trying to make a gradient? I could. Okay, and then we need the wild honey. I need a new smushy smush for that. I threw a bunch of these away because they were just gross. Now what's going to happen here if I mix this with the picked raspberry, they're going to blend really nicely. Okay. Let's go with the peacock feathers. I have one for peacock feathers. This basically makes a rainbow. Get those blended out. Let's do the seedless preserves. Will I be storing my swatches? What do you mean storing them? You like actually making them or sharing them? Do you mean sharing them? Okay, let's go back with the peacock feathers. Blend that out. Oops, come here, you. And then finally we've got the Salvage Patina. This is losing its sticky on the bottom. These are pretty old. I washed them, the ones that were salvageable. Sorry if my table shakes. That was the one thing I didn't think about when I moved my camera onto the mount. Now look at how lovely those all go. See, our picked raspberry needs to be a little bit darker, I feel, in order to really color match. So what will I add? What should I add, friends, to make that darker? Okay, I mean, good idea, Jim. I need this to be darker. Let's go with Not Lost Shadow, because I feel like that's going to make lighter, but Hickory Smoke is a little bit on the brownish end, and I want to stay in the bluish end. I'll try the Lost Shadow and see what we get. I'm always willing to try. I'm almost feeling like adding black over that. I think I will. And yeah, I said gray, but I feel like this Lost Shadow gray is too light. I need a darker gray. So I'm just going to wet this and then tap it off and just come in really lightly with the black. And that matches it out better. See? You just have to not be super heavy-handed with it. So I might do some black and then come back over it. Come back over the black. I want that nice and dark with the seedless preserves. There we go. More like it. See, if I were to go over it with the Lost Shadow, grab some here. Let me grab another blending tool. That's actually going to lighten it up. And if I were to go over it with white, so if we flip this card over, see, we're getting closer, but we need more black. So if I go over this with the Lost Shadow, it's actually going to lighten it up because Lost Shadow is fairly light. Okay. Now the other trick you can do is you can print out a few shades of gray on a clear, on those clear, what do you call those things? Those transparencies, and just lay it over. Let's throw some white over this and see what happens. Hi, Yvette. Ah, la, 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 la. Looking for my white brush. Embossing ink. Okay. I put my white brush somewhere and it's lost forever. There it is. It's buried back here. There we go. I'll just use my... If we add some white over all of this, then we're going to get the lighter tones of those same colors. Maybe you like it lighter. Acetate, well, not acetate, because you can't really print on acetate. It's their transparencies for, like, you know, classrooms. Remember those before computers and computer screens? So there we've taken the whole palette and lightened it up. But we also know that all of these colors go with it. All right, Peggy, go make lunch. Enjoy. Okay, so there's that group. And maybe I want to just do this whole other side darker so you can get the idea. Get back into the black soot, which is actually, to me, not really a black, more of a gray. Now, once I've gone over this with the black soot, then I'll go over it with the natural colors. So do that, and then we'll come back over with the natural colors. So we've got Salvage Patina. I don't remember which one of these was Salvage Patina, but this one will work. I'm not that picky. And then we had the white. So I'm going to come back over this with the natural Salvage Patina over the white. You can see all three. So I don't know if you can see the difference here, but there is a difference. We'll keep it lighter right here with the white. Let's lighten that whole thing up so the difference is plain. Now I'm using Distress Oxides. Maybe you don't have oxides, but whatever you have, the point is to try and color match. If you're using a system like this one, or if you're using a system like this one, is to try and color match. So there it is, lighter. I think I went a little dark on that, but we'll come back in with the correct colors. So this was the Wild Honey. And that coincides here pretty close with the toned down color. Hi, Mona. You don't mind the orange so much now? Yeah, so definitely you have to allow for, you know, differences there. You can't be color prejudice. Because just like it says in the thing, put down a color that you don't really love and blend it with some of the other colors and some of the other values of the colors. So there's our picked raspberry, and let's put it back in here as the natural picked raspberry. I think I need a little bit more of this wild honey over here because I got a little bit. Now gray probably would have been fine for the wild honey. There's the natural wild honey. What was this center one? Peacock feathers. Okay. Come in with the natural peacock feathers. Okay, I think I did the seedless preserves already, but I'm going to do it again just in case I didn't. Yeah, it needed a little bit more. And there's the natural. And lastly, the salvage patina. Come in with the lighter, come in with the natural. Not a huge difference, but there's definitely a difference by adding the black. Anyway, the point of that was to get a color match when you're working with any kind of color system. So this, again, this is the Zolly Palette Scout color system. Let me move that. And stay tuned because most likely I will be creating color wheels for some of our different inks. Most likely I'll do one with Simon Hurley inks because I have the most of that. I'll probably do one with VersaFine Claire, and I'll definitely do one with the oxides. This is the Ohuhu markers. And then, you know, most likely I'll do a color wheel with the Prismacolor pencils and any other medium that I might have that we all kind of share in common, because just because it's a great, first of all, it's just a great color wheel, you know, when you're looking to blend colors. But so say I want this color, say this is the color I want, right? But I want to make shadows and light. Let's do that. Let's grab those colors. So let's see, BG. So this one is combined. If you see something in a plus sign, it means I combined two colors. So BG6 and Cool Gray 070. Okay, and my grays are over here. 009, where's 070? 04. Looking for it, friends. I need to straighten out my grays over here. There's 050. Where is 070? There we go. Let's see. BG6, PB10, BG68. BB10, BG68, and then BG64. Where are ya? Where's my 64? Is it down there? No. 2, 1. Okay. Are we sure that's not? Yeah, it's BG4. No wonder I'm not finding a 64. There isn't one. Okay, so let's stamp something so that I can color and demonstrate. Hi, Christy. Hi, Lynn. And again, these colors are based on this deck. Okay, I pulled them all from the deck. Let's see, what should I stamp here? Well, I could just draw a circle and color it in since I don't seem to have a stamp handy here. Okay, that's what we'll do. I'm not sure how well these archival pens behave, but I'll just draw the worst circle ever. Let's use a bigger. And then, so typically when we're coloring, we start out with the lightest color. So in my color wheel, that was BG4. See, I only have a brush and a fine for this. So, and I'm just doing a quickie job, friends. I'm not trying to, I'm gonna have to get a refill for this one. It's one of my ones I typically turn to. And it's either a fine tip or a brush, so I don't have the option of coloring in with a chisel tip in a large area. And it doesn't really matter because it's just a sample showing how to work this color wheel. Okay, so then our next color is BG68. So let me go like, let me go like this. I don't know what I'm doing, friends. I need typically something to tell me what to color, like a flower or something, instead of just a plain old circle. And then let's do the PB10. And these are as close as possible. Okay, good, I have a broad. Sometimes, and I'm not a big fan of the broad tips, but sometimes they're handy trying to get big areas. Then we'll get the BG6. Let's draw. I think I made my highlight way too big. That's okay, we'll fix it if need be. And then the darkest color was the BG6 plus CG070, so I'm just going to go right over top of that in this very bottom. Okay, now I'll take my lightest tone, which was the BG4, and start to blend these out, starting from the center down, just moving it back and forth. And you get the idea. What this does is it gives you that blend that would be from light to dark, and especially if you did a nice neat job of it, which I did not. Oh, thank you, Jana. So we just are playing with the Palette Scout, and I'm just kind of showing the Ohuhu marker color wheel that I made for it. Let's do the BG68 again around here. Just blending these out. And right now, I'm just making a hot mess on a circle here that I drew. Let's do the PB10. Oh, maybe that was darker. It was darker. Okay. I screwed it up already. And this is the story of my life when I'm coloring. Okay, I'm just going to blend it right out. BG4, I'm missing one. No, I'm not. There. Finally got them to mostly blend. Mostly. A whole, probably another couple of coats, but one of the tricks that I do is I grab a white pencil and I make the lightest part with the pencil. Right over my inks. And then in a case like this, you're going to have some light over here. You guys have seen me draw the water droplets before, and you're going to have some light over here. You might have a little bit more light here. You might have a more intense light right here. And then you might want to go in and blend some of these out a little bit better. Let's blend those out. So here's what we have based on that. Now, most of what we color in our world is much smaller than this. We can get away. Oh my gosh, that sounds scary. Oh, thank you about the water. Yeah, definitely you do, because, you know, if you, speaking of mixing pencils and the inks together, because the pencils are beautiful on here. And let's just say I made a mistake right there. I can erase it. Well, for the most part. Let's try a different eraser. That's more like it. And you would want to erase it because one thing is the markers, the pencils tend to resist the markers. See? It resists. So if you wanted to do a resist situation, color it in with a white pencil first. So we are expecting some nasty weather tonight. I'm excited about it because I really love thunderstorms. But here, let's go ahead and finish this off with some pencil here. Let's grab this pencil here. And listen, friends, I use my finger a lot for this kind of stuff. Oh, Anne-Marie, thank you. Let's just lighten that up around the edges. Add a little bit of light. There we've got our funny looking ball. What am I going to get Mike for his birthday? Nothing. I'm going to make him do a live if I make my goal. We kind of don't necessarily do that anymore, just because if we want something, we just kind of buy it for ourselves. So there's that. So friends, in summation, what I've shown you today is the Palette Scout, and I've shown you some of the, if you get the bundle, I've shown you some of the color ranges. Like here's Farmer's Market, and it'll give you color ranges, much like you see on the, these guys, right? And so right now they have a winter light, they have Farmer's Market, and then they have color match guides for Ohuhu. I think Aurifil. I want to say I saw Aurifil. I didn't download it. DMC, Kona cotton yarn, in case you guys are into. Did you mean to do that, Anne-Marie? Because I think I can refund one of those back to you. I didn't want to cause anybody any hardships there. Yeah, you did get his card, Kenzie. Yeah, so I will make Mike come on here, and here's my thinking. I'm going to make him select the stamps and the colors, and maybe make him even color. I want to see how he does. I mean, we've seen him in action before, and he does pretty good, you know, for a dude. But see, he was a painter. So, whenever, you know, he has a little bit of color choosing experience. Let's just add a little bit more light to this just because it's sitting here and I think it needs it. Excuse me. And it's been a while since he's been live, so it's time. Yeah, I think he did enjoy it a lot. And so, yeah, I'm going to have him do all the stuff we do. And it should be fun. And so that's going to be next Thursday. Maybe even if I don't make my goal, because I know you guys like seeing him on here. Or listen, though, the man has zero filter. So I really have to stay on him. Like, I can't leave him alone in here. No way. I'd get kicked off of YouTube. I just want to fix these edges where I messed up. This is what white pens are for, friends. So you'll see a lot more of me this coming year. I've got lots of design team news that you'll be learning about soon enough. And don't forget, I do have a color class with Lynn Van's Masterclass series coming up in February, and it's about choosing colors. That makes it fun, no filter. Oh, the cops arrived. My gosh, I don't know about Florida. Are you still in Florida? Let's add just a little bit more white to this to give it a little bit. See, I can't leave these doodles alone when I start to doodle. I just can't do it. This needs a little bit of blue tone to it, but see, for something like that, I'd use a pencil. Yeah, make sure I hit the not, yeah. So, does anybody have any specific questions, comments, emotional outbursts? Oh, well, thank you, Anne. That's very kind of you. If you want to know more, you can visit the Zolly website. I did list it down below. And the owner, Sarah, and the marketing manager, Anna, are both really awesome people. So, you know, definitely if you have questions for them, go for it. And so this is just hey Melanie, this is just another system for picking color. We have tons of them already. We have the color cubes. We have your straight up just color wheel, which is perfectly fine for picking colors. So as you can see, like this color wheel is kind of a standard. Let's see, who makes this one? Artist wheel, copyrighted. It must be called artist wheel. We have the simple color wheel, and then we have more complex ones like these cards and this card matching system with a lot of little games, you know, to kind of stimulate you in choosing colors. And I'm not going to show you all of those because I'm not. That's why. So yeah, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, and I'm going to have a conversation with Mike. You find you're okay with colors, but hues, that's where you don't know if they go. I understand, and they do. So, and I will be talking about that in my class more, about color theory, because it's kind of my thing. You know, I'm not afraid of color. And so hues are colors, basically. Your meds are adjusted properly and annoyers removed. You're good. Okay. That's always a good sign. And, oops, dang it, Bobby. Sorry about that. Here's a sneak peek of something that comes with my color class. All right, thank you guys for coming to hang out and checking out the Palette Scout with me today. Now I'm going to do a little OCD stuff and straighten these all out the way they're supposed to be. And clean up my mess here. And possibly, if I made my goal, I would just force Mike. But possibly you'll see me Thursday night. Oh, Linda. Okay. Emotional outburst. Yep. I'm always giving for those. You guys. Thanks so much for spending your time with me. Dang it, Bobby. Thanks, Jana. Appreciate that hashtag. Hey, it keeps me from saying bad stuff. Yeah. All right, guys. See you around the rooms.